Looking at the Markets with David Moadel.
Are you ready for the commodities bull market of the 2020s? Hi, this is David Moadel looking at the markets. I want to tell you today how you can prepare as an investor for potentially a huge bull market in one particular commodity. You see, Russia is threatening to cut off supplies of fossil fuels such as oil and natural gas. And countries around the world want to become more energy independent. They want cleaner power sources. How can they do it? The answer is uranium. That's right, nuclear power. Look at this chart. This is a chart of the uranium price. It was much higher. It could get there again. It went through a bear market, but now a bull market, I believe, is just starting. Look how it's curling up. This is perfect technically, and the fundamentals are there as well. Who knows how high the price could go? Nuclear power is carbon-free. It's clean energy. 55% of America's clean energy, the only low carbon energy source that provides scalable 24/7 baseload power. It's not wind, it's not hydro, it's not solar, definitely not coal, it's nuclear power. It is, like I said, the present and the future of clean energy. Favorability to nuclear energy, 1983 to 2021. Remember how many years ago nuclear energy had a bad rap, as they say. Well, now a lot more people are in favor of it in the United States than opposed to nuclear energy. The tide of sentiment is turning. Look at that, curling up really fast over the past few years. People are realizing how clean nuclear energy and uranium actually are. 2022 demand for uranium, for nuclear energy, is 200 million pounds. 2022 production expected only 136 million pounds. So there's a gap. This year, 2022 production gap, 64 million pounds below the uranium requirements. And through 2029, it's going to grow a lot bigger. That gap, 341 million pounds, and then 451 million pounds by the year 2032, 10 years away. Wow, there's a huge need for uranium. So how are you investing in this? Well, you can invest in individual uranium miners, and that's fine. Nothing wrong with that. But how about royalty and streaming companies? And what is that? Really quickly, royalties are a payment to a royalty holder by a property owner or project operator. It's typically based on a percentage of the minerals produced and the revenues or profits generated from the property. It's a great way to invest in these types of companies. And then streaming. That's streams, the physical commodity purchase agreements where in exchange for an upfront deposit and ongoing payments for metals delivered, the holder purchases all or a portion of one or more metals produced from a mine at a preset price. So royalty and streaming companies get really the best of all worlds. And I summed it up here in a chart. Exposure to the uranium price with royalty and streaming companies, sure. Fixed operating costs, no development or sustaining capital costs. Exploration and expansion upside without the associated costs, diversified asset portfolio, that's important, and ability to grow without increased management. Huge advantages. So, what company am I looking to invest in? And you can do this too. It is Uranium Royalty Corp. That says it all right in the name, okay? A pure play on uranium royalties. You can invest in another company that has some uranium and some other metals, but if you want really direct exposure to the royalty business model for uranium, this is the one. On the NASDAQ, it is UROY, the stock ticker symbol. On the TSXV Canadian Exchange, ticker symbol URC, the first and only pure play uranium royalty company. Just a great way to go. The counterparties and operators of uranium royalty include many of the sector's leading growth-oriented uranium companies. You know some of these names. Cameco, Uranium Energy Corp, Rio Tinto, you've heard of these names. And why try to decide on your own which ones to invest in and how much? Hey, I've got a better idea. Just check out Uranium Royalty Corp. Let them do the legwork for you. That's a great way to go. And this is instant global diversified asset portfolio, instant diversification for your portfolio, just by owning these shares of Uranium Royalty Corp. Look at how they've got holdings or interests in such places as Africa, streams coming from Africa, as well as North America, United States, Canada. The Athabasca Basin District detail right here, Cigar Lake, MacArthur River, many potential sources of revenue streams coming into this one company. That's the beauty and the science of the royalty model. And Uranium Royalty Corp has some huge news. They are coming into huge amounts of uranium. If you're going to invest in a company, you want it to have a lot of the resource that they claim to have. Uranium Royalty Corp exercises initial tranche of a 10-year supply agreement to acquire US $10 million of physical uranium. Huge amounts. And they got it at a really good cost as well. Exercising the option to purchase $10 million of physical uranium secured under its strategic and foundational investment in the 2018 IPO of Yellowcake PLC. Initial tranche to be exercised by URC, Uranium Royalty Corp, to acquire, get this, over 348,000 pounds of U3O8 at a really good price. So this is a huge tranche, a huge supply of uranium to Uranium Royalty Corp. They are living up to their name, to say the least, and then some. So what are the advantages of Uranium Royalty Corp? First mover advantage. Huge liquid assets. Canadian dollars, $131 million. Strong balance sheet, of course. I wouldn't invest in a company that didn't have a strong balance sheet, of course. Physical uranium ownership, that's important. You're not just investing in, notes or some sort of IOU for uranium. This is the real deal. Large and diversified royalty portfolio. I showed you on the map with the Athabasca Basin District, the detail of that, holdings or streams coming in from Africa and from North America, Canada, and the United States. So that is diversification right there. And expertise. Management and board possess decades of uranium industry experience. So Uranium Royalty Corp is very well positioned to take advantage of current market conditions. And we talked about those market conditions. Here it is, curling up. Doesn't get any better than that. As a provider of alternative capital to the uranium sector. So Uranium Royalty Corp. Once again, UROY, UROY on the NASDAQ exchange. Ticker symbol URC on the TSXV. That is a Canadian exchange. I recommend you check it out. Ask your broker if they have either one of these. There's a good chance that they do. And consider an investment. So where do you go to learn more? uraniumroyalty.com. Link is in the description below this video. You can check out the news. You can check out this press release and learn about the company. And I think you're going to be impressed with Uranium Royalty Corp. I'm going to keep on bringing you these amazing commodities market opportunities. So check this one out. You will not be disappointed. Thank you so much for watching and listening. I will talk to you again very soon.